Hey everybody, Juice here, your host of all the battle reports here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big special shout out and thanks to all our Long War veterans. If you haven't already, stop what you're doing, head on over to longwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today.
Today, I'm bringing down Legion of Azog, which is the Chaos Dwarves. So I have Shortor right here, and the reason I'm taking him, we're not supposed to have special characters, but it's the only way I can take these guys as troops. So that they made an exception for me. So these are my Bull Centaur renders. We have the guys with the spite shields, and then the guys with the great weapons. We have two demon engines, which are the trains that pull the other two machines, which is a magma cannon, a dreadquake mortar, and then I have two demon smiths, which are the guys that kind of run these.
You've seen it at 1,000 points in a couple different variations, but now we get to see 1,500 points, and I can't wait to show you. I know this looks like a fresh, amazingly painted, awesome-looking Squeak, but because of the campaign specifications, there is no named characters, unless with a small caveat that model is allowing you to have a troop choice or something, depending on that. So, but he does not give that to me, so this is just my regular leader, a warband leader. So, but the surprise of the day, the guy that I'm so happy to finally have on the table that I couldn't last time, is my Vermin Lord. Now, this Vermin Lord is the Warbringer, is what he will be for this campaign. He is really a badass guy in a normal games with Squeak and the Warbringer with buffing up all the verminous guys is just unbelievable, very powerful in the close combat aspect. So we have got our 30-man block of Storm Vermin. We've got our two 10-man squads of Clan Rats, our Hell Pit Abomination, hopefully he goes off like we've seen him do before, the Screaming Bell of Glory, and the Vermin Lord. Here we go. We have got a campaign coming up for you. Not just one game, not just many. We have got a plethora of games on deck with a path to glory built in to figure out who's going to be the overall winner of this here campaign. So let's break it down. Let me show you where we've come up with all these ideas and how we're going to be utilizing it. So, General's Handbook. Here it is, everybody. In every book I've ever seen, I always see campaigns, I always see whatever. Most of the time I look over them, but I'm glad we didn't for this one. Felix, as everybody knows, was able to dive in, pull out some rules, do some things, and really come up with some of the backbone for this here campaign. So we're going to be utilizing the map campaign. I just want to make sure, see everybody can look. This is what we're going to be utilizing. Once you take over properties, become the property manager. This here is my land, all right? If you win, then you are going to be able to get you flip to your the chart for your army in this book, and they've got the followers reward table. If you win, you get a reward. If you lose, you get to add units. I feel like the Skaven will have multiple units here before it's all said and done. I feel like I'm going to be adding more units from army than not, but which is cool. So what I'm going to do is flip to my table. So where I can randomly add in Storm Vermin, I can randomly add in maybe a Hell Pit, a leader, or anything else like that, okay? But I do want to say that we decided to put a caveat to this. Not only do you generate a random 10 more models, Storm Vermin or Skaven units, you get to add to an existing unit. Okay, so you just don't get a brand new unit of 10. Whoop-dee. If that's what you want, that's cool. But you will also be able to maybe add it to a 30-man squad. You know, if you've got 20, now you bulk it up to that extra that you need, everything. Border Wars, so that means there's going to be 4 total objectives, all in like a boxed 12 inches
like
in, 24 inches
up,
then 12 inches up, 18 inches in, all that, either way. So pretty cool. And then there are different values. So we're going to have my deployment zone be worth 1, no man's land will be worth 2, yours will be 4.
Yeah, like the opponents will be 4.
Yeah, conversely, it'll be 1 for you, 4 for me. Mm-hmm. So we've got that. Then, but more importantly, you see the lava? We got some lava that's going to be happening today, okay? We're in Grimner's Forge. All right, and for this, well, that's what land property we're going to be fighting over, and whoever wins, whoever becomes the victor, gets a cool-ass set of armor. That armor gives you, it replaces the armor that you're wearing. Mm-hmm. You get a 3-up save, and you ignore all rends.
So good.
Are you kidding me? Ignore all rends? I really want that, and it's pretty fitting that you're a dwarf. and we're fighting over this.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Seems official.
Even though there's only 2 dwarf-sized models in my army.
That is very true. The smallest number of dwarf army I've ever seen.
Yes.
So, all right. So now that we know we're playing, we know the mission, everything. Let's just talk about what we think, how the game is going to play out. Your firepower scares me. I just played recently the futuristics or backuristic Space Marines, and dude, their firepower scares me. You have even more firepower than they do.
Yes. And we can hit, and if I can keep you away from my guns long enough, you'll just get wiped out. Yeah,
so absolutely, because those one set of weapons that shoot was it 2d6 shots each?
2d6.
Is that? And then you have the ability to reroll to hit and everything else. Like, that is nasty. For people that don't know, Age of Sigmar, if you've got ranged abilities, that is unreal. I'm actually looking at trying to add some units like that to my army just because I need to punch you in the face to make stuff happen. Here, in a game where there's no defense anyway, aka no really great saves, there's nobody walking around with 2-up, 3-ups.
Yeah, and you can't stack stuff.
No, there's no really cover save. Like, literally, man, this is tough, so I'm scared about that. You know what I feel strong about, though, is I finally get my Vermin Lord on the table.
That's this big guy right
The
here.
Warbringer is out and in play. And let me tell you, with his buffs, with the Storm Vermin and everything else, it is going to be nasty if I can get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, man. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into this, start rolling some dice, and let's see how this plays out.
Let's get going.
Veterans, it's the first roll of this Age of Sigmar game. Let's see who rolls the first Long War. I'm going to go me. Damn it.
Woo, got a 1.
I'll deploy first. And veterans, we have fast forwarded to this part of the game. We are just getting ready to shake hands and start top of my turn 1. So give you a second to check over deployments. I do only have 7 units in my army to Luke's 9, so I was able to finish deploying before he was. So I did get the option, do get a chance to go first, which I am going to take full advantage of. Just to talk about it real quick, Hell Pit Abomination that we've seen before out on a flank. The Vermin, my Storm Vermin are dead center, with just offset to the side here is the Warbringer. And pretty standard, we've got the Screaming Bell, dead center, moving forward up. All right, so top of 1. Right now we're going to go right into, with my Warlord, my General, my everything, is going to give commanding presence to, or inspiring presence to my Vermin Lord, my Storm Vermin. I want to make sure I don't take any unnecessary casualties from all that firepower that the Chaos Dwarves have. And just to talk about it, he is going to be rocking the Lord of War, so all models within 3 inches get buffs, and he also has the Chaos Talisman, so I have that 6-up, feel no pain save. All right, Hell Pit Abomination is going to move 2d6 inches, 10 inches.
That's not bad.
He's hauling arse like he normally does.
I might have more than 1 arse.
Yes, actually. So there we go for that. We're going to do movement for the bell. Move the bell, his little 4 inches.
So fast.
So fast. Vermins are going to be moving 6, plus we're going to go ahead and run them. So we got 7 total inches here. Top of 1 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Skaven have completed it. We've got the Vermin Lord has got his +1 save due to some psychic abilities, and we do want to shout out Mortal Realms, as we always do, where we got our cool little markers from to make sure we mark everything. This unit is shock-proof, so I won't take any of those wounds, and everybody's basically in position to capitalize on turn 2 objectives and hopefully make some charges.
All right, so this is my first turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my command trait, which gives these guys a 6-up ward save. And then he's also going to reveal his mask. So I roll 2d6 and I get to re-roll charge distances for these guys within distance. And any bad guys would take mortal wounds, but they're not going to be within distance. So 2 inches does not help me out at all. So that does not go off. And I'm going to do the shield on him to give them a 3-up armor save. Just need a 6. I got an 8. Good. And now I'm going to roll for my demon engines. I have to roll 11 or less, and I get to re-roll re-roll all my random rolls for the demon engines. First one's good, and the second one's good. And then on the mortar, I'm going to whip my ogre. And the ogre, you whip him, and if I roll a 5 or 6, I get extra shots. If not, I don't. And you take a mortal wound, but I can double shoot. So it's worth a try. Oh, I got it. So my mortar takes 1 wound, and I get to double shoot this turn. All right, so now these move randomly, and so I'm going to roll his random move. It's 7, which is good, so I'm not going to bother re-rolling that. So I'm going to move him up. They only shoot 14 inches, so I'm just going to move him the bare minimum to really get some of the unit. And that puts both of them basically in range with everything. And then my magma cannon shoots 24 inches. And I'm definitely targeting him, so I can move him back 3 inches. So I'll move my little character guy out of the way, and I'll move my magma cannon back. Because it gets a 24-inch range. Because there's a demon smith right next to it. And the demon smith here allows him to double shoot if I roll a 5 or 6 and I roll a 6. So can't complain about that. I'll just move him up a little bit. And then these guys are going to move their full 7. And there's a small chance they'll get the charge in because that guy's pretty far away. But I get to I failed to re-roll charge distance, so I don't get to re-roll that. But they're pretty tough, and my charge is 8 inches, which is about average charge. So now we're gonna go ahead and shoot. All right, here goes for my magma cannon. I'm shooting right there.
Is that liquid hot magma?
Yep, you just took 4 mortal wounds.
There it is. Can't do nothing about it. It's minus
everything.
Minus everything. Got it.
And now I'm going to shoot my mortar at him. Mortar hits on 2s. Here's the first shot. I don't have to shoot both of them at the same target, but I should declare, and I'm just going to declare both of them at him. And they ignore his armor. So that's a long war. That's a hit. And we'll use a different color dice for the wounds. And this is how many wounds he takes. 4 more.
Okay.
And then here's for the second hit. And I roll a 1. That's a miss.
Got 8 wounds, can't do anything. Only got 4 left.
And now, we were going to definitely shoot him at the storm ruin, but I'm going to see if I'm in range real quick, and I'm not. So he's going to shoot 2d6 at storm vermin. And a 7 seems pretty good. I'm not going to bother re-rolling that. Hits on 3s. 1s and 2s don't work. And wounds on 3s, and it's -2 rend. So that is 4 -2 rends on storm vermin.
Can't do anything about that either. And I can pull, what am I talking
Wherever you want.
Wherever. These guys in the back were like, no, not me.
All right, here's for the next pain train. I'm definitely going to reroll a 5. Let's go for a higher
Here we go.
number.
Boxcar, I can feel it.
I'm hoping for it. Oh, 4 is even worse. So here's 4 shots.
That's pretty nasty, though. 3, okay, good. 3 hits.
3 hits. And 1 dead. That was not nasty on that guy.
Another one
Very
down.
unnasty. And so I'm done shooting right now. I got no more shots. So I'm going to charge the hell pit because I've knocked him down pretty low on wounds. So let's hope I can make this charge. I failed it.
4 isn't going to do it.
Nope.
Turn 1 is in the books. Luke, you were definitely able to put some damage down. Can't do anything about this right now. I have the ability to regen, but before I can do all that, we got to see who gets turn 2.
I'm really hoping for the cast dwarves to get a first turn here. Oh, they did it! Woohoo! I needed that.
Back-to-back turns for chaos.
All right, we're kind of going to do what we did last turn, so we're going to try to make you guys reroll random distances. We're going to try to whip the ogre and hoping for another 5 or 6 here. And then this guy right here is going to shoot probably the hell pit again. The hell pit's only got 4 wounds left, so I could kill it in combat on the charge. So I might just bring my general over. Actually, I think I'm just going to charge him with all this stuff to get rid of him. And I'm going to shoot the magma cannon at the rats, and these at the rats, and the mortar at the big, scary rat. General's going to give this Pain Train the command ability. He's the only thing within 3, so he's a +1 to hit. And then he's going to give the command benefit to my Bull Centaurs here, so it gives them a 6-up ward save. And I'm also going to do psychic abilities. Mystic Shield, I'm going to try to throw it on my General. So it goes off on a 6, and I got it. So he gets +1 save. All right, here we go. We're going to see if this Demon Engine gets reroll randoms. 4 will do. And then this one, 10 still does it, just barely, because I haven't taken any wounds. Now we're going to whip this here Ogre. So we're hoping for a long roar of 5. We got a 4, so I just take a wound and nothing happens. All right, so the trains are closest, so they're going to shoot first. This guy he's going to shoot at this unit. And so let's roll. Well, that's 10 shots. That sounds pretty good to me. And so
good thing this unit is shock-proof. I knew I was going to take some casualties. And to be honest, when you're rocking 30 models, it's not a bad idea.
2s. 1s do not work. 2s help. That gives me 2 more hits. And then 3s. And there is
7,
2, 4, 6, 8.
8, 3.
All right, now we're going to shoot the other train at his Vermin Lord. So here goes for the shots. That's an 8, and I'll stick with an 8 because 8's not bad. I won't re-roll it. And so here goes to hit on 3s now. 2 misses, not bad. And wounds on 3s on the Vermin Lord. And so that's 2, 4, 5 wounds on the Vermin Lord.
Here we go, got 5 wounds, and it's -1 to armor, not G,
yes,
right?
-1.
Okay, so I need 5s. And then followed by 6s. Take 3 wounds.
All right, pretty good shooting phase. Everything did really good damage except the mortar missed, but it happens. So now my General's going to roll his assault distance. And he got an 8, which I believe will get me into the big guy.
8 will definitely get you in. You only look like you needed about a 7.
And then his little helpers will roll. And they got a 9, so that'll do it too. And I'm going to roll this 3 guys right here. I'm really going for the small unit of little squishy rats because the big guy is way nasty. So let's hope for a high roll here. And a 5 is not high.
But you do have your option. You just have to be within an inch, right? Or do you have to make base? Actually, 5 should get you base there.
On the big guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want that. I don't think I do, so I'm just going to call it a failed charge because I wanted to get against the little guys.
Gotcha.
All right, so my General's going to go ahead and swing. He has +1 attack because that demon weapon. And that is 2 hits. No 6s, so no extra attacks. And 3s to wound. And that is 6 wounds, -2 armor.
Can't do anything about it, so he is dead. But as we all know, the Hell Pit Abomination doesn't go down that easy. On the first time in which he dies, the roll too horrible to die effect goes into place. Let's roll on this chart. And last time we rolled a 1 or 2. Let's not do that. Anything but a 1 or 2. Yes.
He comes back to life.
Comes back to life, and it has D6 wounds. It comes with 4 wounds, exactly what he died with left. My God, I love it.
All right, so now he has the same number of wounds again, so we're going to attack with our hooves. And because we charge, we get 2 wounds each time on the hooves. And 1 hit. That is 2 wounds on your hell pit, no rends.
No rends at all?
None.
All right, so I save on a 5 up, and I roll 2 dice. Saved 1.
Down to 3.
I now have 3 wounds left. I get to activate. I get to activate. All right, Hell Pit Abomination, activate. We've got the Gashing Teeth. I've got 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, and -1 rend. And I am going into the unit that hasn't activated yet, trying to stay alive. So -1 rend, and it does 2 damage. So you need 2 dice.
So this is a 5-up save right here.
Yes, sir.
And I save 1, and then I have a 6-up ward save. And that was no, so I take 1 wound on 1 guy.
And each one has 3 wounds?
4.
4 wounds each. Okay. So we're going to go into my fists. of Fury next. So I have 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s. No hits. And then, not looking good, D6 for my last set.
There you go, 5. That's pretty good.
Here we go. Now these hit on 5s. Nothing.
Oh, not good.
Big whiff for the Hell Pit Abomination.
I'm going to swing back with my great weapons. There's 3 attacks each. They hit on 3s, wound on 3s, -1 rend. So here goes for the hits, and hit less than half. And 3s again. 1 damage, so 2 damage, -1 rend.
Here we go. Take a wound. So I'm at 10 wounds. Got 2 left.
Alright, so we have 6 hoof attacks. Hits on 4s, wounds on 4s, D3 wounds each. No rend. So that's half. That's pretty good. And here's 2 hits, so let's see how many wounds it is. It is 4 wounds.
No rend?
No rend at all. There you go. 4
Alright,
wounds.
4 or 5 ups.
Takes
Takes 2, that's exactly enough to drop him.
Dropped him twice. That was a pretty good turn for the Chaos Dwarves. Most of my machines killed what they were aiming at, or at least killed a few, and I was able to knock the Hell Pit down twice and didn't take but 1 wound from it. So I cannot complain at all, except for Juice. He's going to be picking up a bunch of points on his turn.
Okay, it's time for the Skaven to lay waste. Let's formulate a battle plan real quick. So we're going to do some command abilities. We're going to give all verminous models. We're going to sound off with that. All verminous models within 13 inches of my Vermin Lord gets to reroll once to hit and reroll once to wound. I'm going to do some slingshotting engaged stuff going on. Then I am going to pop off with... He is also going to get to, because of my Lord of War special ability, he's going to get to reroll ones to hit himself. Not to hit himself, but to hit other people. And then we're going to roll into some psychic abilities. All right, so we've got Mystic Shield going to be popping off over here. Goes off. And then we're going to try to cast Crack Calls from the Screaming Bell, going way down range, right at the 18-inch max there. Cast on an 8. It does not go off. Excuse me, casting value of a 6. I apologize, not an 8. Casting value of a 6. And now I roll 2d6. That is an 11. Some wounds are about to go down because I'm going to subtract that 11 from his movement and see how many wounds we can take off that there. Blasty McBlasterton. So now because you have a random move distance, let's see how far your move is right now. We'll subtract that 2d6 from the 11 that I just rolled.
High numbers. 6.
6. So you take 5 mortal wounds.
Don't get saves against those.
Nope. It is charge time. I know it seems like it's been forever, but it's only turned 2 charges, and I love it. So let's see how far these guys are going. 8 total inches, basically wherever I want. So I'm going to go just because I'm used to it closest to closest, and I want to pile in. I know this guy's got some good saves and whatnot, so we're going to really try to put some work in on that. I'm also not really scared. I'm within the 3 inches, so his unit's going to be able to charge me or swing on me, so I might as well be able to hit on him. We've got a lot of buffs that are going to be happening, and I'm going to take my inches this way. So,
banner down, banner down.
Banner down. All right, so there's that. Now, let's just roll right in the charge distance here. 4 inches. So what I'm now going to do is measure my 13-inch because of my aura effect, so I'll be able to get those. So I'm going to move basically straight in my 4 inches. So that's going to give me a good amount of guys that are getting his buffs. Now, I do want to measure something here. So his unit here is not within 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say if I rolled a high number here, I'd already predetermined that I might try to come in at an angle this way. So that would allow him to be in base range here. So I would have then at that point rolled the charge for my warlord or for my leader, for one of my leaders, and for this unit. But nobody's within range. I don't want to have these. I'm not engaging these models. I don't want him to engage me. So we're just going to let it be on that end. All right, let's just talk about where I'm at. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models that are going against the warlord there. I get +1 attack because of the bell. These models, those 8 models, are within 13 inches of the vermin lord, so they get to reroll 1s to hit and 1s to wound. Also, because I'm storm vermin and their special ability, the murderous ferocity. I outnumber my opponent, so I get to get +1 to hit. So now I am hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So as we do with pass, because this is what it reminds me of, I remove 2s. Can't do anything about that. Now I pick my 1s up.
Good rolling.
Pick my 1s up and re-roll them.
All hits.
Now wounding on 3s.
This is going to suck. I might lose my warlord here.
Get rid of 2s. Okay. Now pick up 1s with the reroll.
Ugh.
So it's this many saves, homie.
He's only got 8 wounds. He saves on 4s now. I guess 4 at a time. That's a lot. Those things are nasty.
They do okay.
Well, 2 wounds. Three wounds. 6 wounds. Takes 6 wounds. He's got 2 left.
Seems about like math. I'm okay with that. And then now I've got models over here. So I've got my Fang leader. He comes with that, plus that, and this. Now these dice that I'm going to roll against this unit here get to re-roll 1s to hit and 1s to wound. Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s. Alright, so 5.
Alright, here goes for 5, and it'll go on 1 model, so I get 5 ups because they're -1. Did not make any of those, and then 6 ups.
That model did have a wound already.
And 6 ups. None of those, so I lose 1 guy, and another guy takes another wound. So we'll put him at 2, and I'll just kill 1.
Okay, so now I have these 2 models over here, which are a total of 6 attacks. I don't get any rerolls to 1s for hitting or to wounding, but I still get the bonus attacks. So I need 3s. And 3s again. 2 more.
5 ups. Hey, I made both those. Heck yeah.
Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So this model has 2 wounds left, and I was able to do 5 total wounds into them. Storm Vermin doing it up.
Alright, here goes from Iron Demon. He's taken wounds, so he has D6 attacks. And that's 4, which is not bad. So we will roll 4 dice. I hit on 4s, wound on 4s. No buffs, so that's 1 hit. And take 2 wounds.
Okay, so I come with a 4-up save, but because of +1, I need block these on 3s. Take a wound. Take 1 wound. So I'm at 4. All right, so let's consult the chart. That doesn't affect me on my combat. All right, so I am at +1 to hit, and because I charged, I get to reroll my attacks because of my special abilities. So I'm coming in hot with the Doomglaive with 4 attacks. 4 attacks would be hitting on 3s, but because I'm at +1, hitting on 2s, reroll.
All hit.
And then now I am wounding on 3s. I don't get to re-roll, actually.
You're within 13 of the bell, right?
If the Vermin Lord uses ability, you can re-roll 1s to hit and to wound for all Verminous models within 13 inches. The Vermin Lord...
So you get to re-roll those.
I get to re-roll these. That's solid.
How many is that? What's the rend?
So that is a total of 3 damage each at -1 rend. So that is 9 total at -1 rend.
5s. I have 6 wounds left.
Here we go.
Hey, he's dead. I failed all of those but 1. So, gone, Demon Engine.
Go.
Here goes for my general. He gets 6 attacks. Hits on 3s. There's 1 miss. And wounds on 3s. So that's 4. And let's see what the damage is on that real quick. That is 4 times 3 is 12.
12 mortal wounds, or what
No,
is the
minus
AP?
2.
Minus 2, can't do anything about it. So I feel like that's everybody. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 1 guy left.
And he's got 4 hoof attacks. He does not get any bonuses on these. You get your normal saves. It's a reroll. That's 1 hit. And wounds on a 4. That's a nothing. So then the centaurs are going to swing.
Okay.
And they get 9 attacks. They hit on 3s. And these are minus 1 rend. Wound on 3s. So that's 4.
Minus 1. Need 6s. Alright, and he is gone. Alright, going into turn 3, we are tied with 3 and 3 each. I was able to pick up 3 points. So, Luke, let's figure out who gets this turn. 3.
Oh, you got me,
Yes. Look, I was so fixated on my dice. I was like, I need that. Oh, shit, it's a 3. What is it? Oh, 1. Score.
You know, 3 always beats a 1.
It actually all day, every day. Times 2. So here we go. We're going to do a quick overview and command abilities. I am going to do my best to kill everything possible. All the storm vermin going down right there was so incredibly tough for me. That's a tough pill to swallow. But it's time for the Vermin Lord to do his thing. So let's actually figure out what command abilities I am going to do and then take it from there. Here it is. So we've got command ability from my Vermin Lord to giving all venomous units within 13 inches reroll to hits, 1s and 2, or excuse me, to hits and to wounds of 1. We are also going to give himself a +1 to hit because he's a unit within 3 inches of him. Because of my command ability. Now we're going to go right into the psychic phase, or excuse me, still in the hero phase. I apologize. We have to do the build and figure out what his specialness is. So we're at an 8. That means roll a dice for each enemy unit in range, which is within 13 inches.
Oof.
On the roll of a 4 more, they lose D3 mortal wounds
Oof,
each.
you could get the general here.
2 units. So let's get this general. 4 up, baby. No.
Woo.
Back unit. 4 up.
There
Here
you
we
go.
They do D3. That is
2.
2 mortal wounds.
So he's dead, and this guy has 2 wounds left.
Okay, so now it is time. Psychics. Still, before I do any movements, I'm going to roll crack calls within 18 inches on the Warlord. Need a 6 to cast.
5.
Yes.
9.
Now I roll 2d6. 2d6 and subtract your movement of
7.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh. Roll low.
Come on, high. Damn it.
7.
It's
Woo.
a 7.
Lucky me.
Darn. Okay, so that is done. Now we're going to we're going to go ahead and cast up with the magical shield. Try to go ahead and give +1 to save. Does go off, no problem. I need to make sure he stays alive.
All right, so I'm going to try to dispel that, so I need an 8. That's not an 8. It's a 5.
Score. All right, it's time to get this Screaming Bell in combat. See how far it is. 7 total inches. I'm going to come in hot, a little bit like this. You got plenty of inches. My goal is to try to be within 2 inches. I don't think anything I do really... If I come on that side... No, I'm not going to be able to. It's all good. I'm going to just come in over here, make sure I'm within range. So there he is. Let's go ahead and make my charge distance over here. Plenty. The here to here. Boom. And the clan rats come into order. The Screaming Bell is going to activate Burst to try to bang down this Warlord. So here we go. We've got the Warpstone Staff. 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s. 1. Wounding on 4s. Nope. Alright, next one. We've got 4 attacks. These are the ones that count. 4 attacks. hitting on 4s. Come on, give me just math. All right, I got math. That's what I'm talking about. Now, they wound on 3s that are 2 damage each. Yes.
Oh,
that is
damage.
4 minus 1 rend.
Here goes. I need better than math. And I died. Just exactly math right there. He died.
Yes, needed that. Screaming Bell coming in hot. Now, I do have some rust wheel attacks, but they are only 1-inch range, and I don't get to move anymore, so he is done with his activation. Luke, it's up on you, brother.
All right, I'm going to activate my demon engine because I want to knock this guy's power down a little bit. So he has 6 attacks. It's like crushing bulk. He hits on 4s, which is math right there. And wounds on the same. So he takes 2 wounds. That was really not great.
Here we go. So save on 3 ups.
Takes 1 again.
Wound. So we're just going to move that to a 5. That does drop me down to that next tier. Veteran, sorry about this real quick. We kind of made a little mistake here. I took 2 saves, should have only taken 1. I need to make 1 3-up save. And I do.
He makes it.
There was no such thing as me either being at 5 wounds or not if I passed or failed 1. It was either I stay at 4 or move to 6. So either way, moving right along, that was your activation. I don't think, the Vermin Lord, can you just tell me some stats real quick, Lucas? Is this guy pretty good in combat at all?
No, he's got 2 attacks at -1 rend with 2 wounds each or something like that.
Okay, so it's minimal. All right, well, I am not going to do that. I'm going to wait on him then. I'm going to come over here and try to swing with my Warlord here. Excuse me, my Squeak model, and see if I can't drop some people. So we're going to use his Warp Forged Blade. I get 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because he has a special ability, and so does he gets double reroll 1s. 2 doesn't do anything for me, and I'm not at +1 to hit. So now these wound on 3s, reroll 1s. So this is 1 wound minus 2 rend.
So I need a long war, but if I get a long war, you take the wound.
Oh, here we go.
Spike shields. That's not anything. Long war. You take it.
So I take D3 wounds. Do I get a save against it? What does it say?
It just says the wounds thrown back at you. I will reread the rules to where you know exactly what it is. So we reread it, and the spike shield, if you roll a 6, the unit that inflicted the wound takes 1 wound.
Okay, so I just need to save on a 4-up, and I don't. I do take a wound. I have 4 left. We'll just put 1 there. All right, so let's just keep rolling with this. So I've got 3 more attacks coming at you with my War Halberd. Hitting on 3s, reroll. Wounding on 3s. All right, that is 2 minus 1 rends.
So 2 long wars would be good again, but 5s or better is good also. There's a save and 1 back at you.
4. Okay, I saved that one.
We double saved.
All right, so here we go. Now these coming in hot are 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
This guy just doesn't give up, does he?
Man, he's trying. He's a little engine that could. Now I'm hitting on 4s, or wounding on 4s, excuse me. So reroll. That is 4.
Wounds.
No rends.
No rends? So I have 4-up saves. So I like long wars. And you get 2 long wars, and I saved them. Wow, these guys are crazy.
Wow.
You
Luckily I
saved
made
them
those. You would have almost did nothing and died.
Yes.
All right, so it is your up.
I'm going to activate them because I have to kill these clan rats. So I have 6 attacks, and I'm going to swing at the clan rats for these 2, and this guy is going to have 3 more attacks at his warlord. And 1s don't do anything good for me. And 3s again, so you have -1 rend on 2 wounds.
Boom. Can't do anything about it.
And then I have crushing hooves. There's 4 more attacks.
That sounds nasty.
It does sound gross, doesn't it? And
I love all the names and descriptions that
Yes.
they give to things.
So there's 2 more wounds, no rend.
2 more no rends. All right, 2 more.
And now I'm going to swing at your little warlord guy. So
Hey,
here's
little is relative.
he's
to-
really small
okay.
compared to these
All right.
really big dwarves.
Yeah.
And I'll hit. And this is the great weapon. So there's 2 -1 rends.
All right, so 2 5-ups.
He takes 2 wounds.
Wow.
And then here goes for, I'll grab these dice. These are the crushing hooves. And those are not hits. So that wasn't bad.
Yeah. All right, the Doom Glaive is coming in hot, needing, because of my +1 to hit, needing 2s to hit with rerolls.
Ooh.
Needing 3s to wound, reroll 1s. So that is -1 rend. Each one of those are 3 damage each.
All right, so I have 5 up saves here on my Iron Demon. And knocked out 2 long words and a 5. He doesn't have a spike shield though, so you don't have to worry about
that. Wow, what an amazing swing there. Okay, so what we're gonna now do is switch our punching daggers, and we're gonna go into the littler McLittleton compared to Biggie McShooterton. So we've got 4 attacks there. And then now, because you dropped me down to the next level. Oh, no, you didn't.
You're just saying what you were.
I saved it, yep. So here we go. Punchy. I need 3s. So now I need hit on 2s.
Those are all hits.
Wound on 3s. Reroll 1s. That's a cock dice there.
There you go. And what's this
So
do?
that is for -1 rend, 2 damage each.
5 up save. And he takes 2 wounds.
Wow.
So he's down to 1.
Space Dwarves coming in hot with the saves.
No fucks were given right there.
There we go. So combat is done. The clan rats were able to bring down one of these centaurs. So now let's do some bravery checks, or excuse me, some
Battle shock.
battle shock checks. So I'll go up first. I lost 4 clan rats, and I have a 4 bravery. So I lose
3.
3 it is. We'll go 1, 2, and 3.
All right, my bravery is a 6, and I lost 1 guy. Oh, I lose 1 whole guy.
Long war it up. Finally,
that's the one I didn't want to roll long war on.
Finally, all of these long wars and 5s came back to bite him.
Oh, it bit me good.
Okay, so that was a really good turn for me. I was hoping to do more here. I feel like if he would have capitalized a little bit, we could have wiped that squad, but I still have to go through multiple rounds of shooting from the chaos.
All right, that turn was actually better than it could have been. I mean, there's some bad and there's some good. So what I got to do is I've got to kill this giant rat, which I've got enough firepower, I think. And then if I can kill one other thing besides him, I think I'll be doing good. All right, I'm going to do a Mystic Shield from him to the Bull Centaur over there. So I rolled a 5. It does not go off. And then my other Psyker is going to do the Mystic Bolt, or what it's called, against the Big Bell.
Arcane Bolt.
Arcane Bolt, I rolled a 10.
All right, so I'm going to try to stop that with a 9. And real quick, I don't think so, but let me just double check and make sure the bell doesn't give me any buffs, bonuses, or rerolls for Dispelling.
Good idea.
And upon further review, it isn't. It has the special ability that I was referring to has no effect on Chaos Psychers.
So here goes for D3 Mortal Wounds. So it's 2.
Nothing I can do about it. He moves to 5.
Little Chaos Dwarf. Demon Smiths have this cool little ability they only use once, and it gives D3 Mortal Wounds auto to anybody, 1 model within 6.
Just so you know, that's not a cool special ability. I want you to know that.
Very cool. And against machines, it's D6. So here's the little guy there. So the big guy takes 2
mortal wounds. Okay, now I can try to stop this on a 6-up because of my Chaos Talisman.
Go ahead.
So here we go. 2 6-up saves. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
That's no 6s.
Can't even add it.
Yeah.
All right,
Now-
so that puts me at 6.
Now the second little guy's going to do it.
Wow.
And he gets 1.
1. Long war.
Nope. There's 3 free wounds against you.
And that's just once a game type,
Yes,
right?
I can't use it ever again.
All right, Dunzo, Funzo.
All right, now I'm going to activate my Iron Demon. Let's do his random number of shots. 7 isn't bad, but I really want to go for a high number, so I'm going to re-roll that because I got the ability to re-roll. A 9 is very good.
Coming in hot. I love to see moves like that, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm within 6, so I get to re-roll all failed to hits on 4s. And we have 3 fails. And we picked 1 up, which is not bad. And now it is 4s to wound, -1 rend. And my to wound was really, really not good, so 2.
Okay. So I have a 3-up save because of +1. Now I'm -1, so 4 up with a feel no pain.
Oh, you long worded it. Good job.
Knew that was going to happen. Like I always do.
All right, now my magma cannon is going to shoot his demon. Just face it right there. So here goes to hit. Oh, it's a miss.
I love it.
Something won't die. So now it's up to the mortar. All right, now we're going to shoot the Dreadquake mortar at him. It cannot shoot within 12 inches. He's at 15, so we're good. And here goes. Oh, it misses. Everything missed this turn.
I like it. I tell you what didn't miss, those 2 D3 warp missiles. Because
they auto hit. That's the only reason they didn't miss. All right, we did not shoot that good, so we're going to try to charge. So it's a 5-inch charge right here. And I made a 7, so I make it in against his big guy. Iron Demon activation. So we have Crushing Bulk. And it is 6 attacks. And it is a 4 to hit, 4 to wound. No rend. 2 wounds each, though. So here goes. I hit with less than half. Now let's roll the wound. No wounds. My dice are really good this turn.
Here we go. All those 5s and 6s you were banging down on me before is coming back. So
yeah, double.
Here we go. So
you have 7 wounds on him.
Yep. So I have 7. So here I go for my shooting to hit. Here we go. Doomglaive. 3s, 2s to hit. Rerolls. And those are because of my buffs to hits to everything. And then now 3s to wound, and I'm going into Big Baddie here again. 3s, reroll 1s. All right, so again, we're in the same situation. Look, we're at -1 to your save, 3 damage each.
I take
6.
6, yep.
Okay. So now I'm going to do my punchy daggers. So this gentleman here only has one wound left. Okay, we're just going to go into him. I hate to sink all my into him, but I want to drop this guy before he has a chance to swing at me. So that's 4 attacks. Wounding again on 2s.
Hitting on 2s?
Hitting on 2s, excuse me. Wounding on 3s. So that is a total of, and this can't bleed over, is that correct?
No.
Once you're going against the unit, it is. So that's -1 rend, 2 damage each. Oh.
He died anyways with a 2. Let's see what the other roll was.
Dice explosion.
So he dies by 2.
Okay.
So he takes 4 wounds, got 1 left.
All right, that is my activation.
All right, I'm going to swing at his little warlord here. So 3s. It's 2 hits. And 3s. That's 2 wounds. No rend.
No rend, so 2 4-ups. Save 1, make 1. Puts me at 3 wounds.
And now he's going to do Crushing Hooves. These are 4s and 4s. 1 wound.
All right, 4 up. Good to go. My activation. So there's no point in activating him. We're going to come over here to the Doom Wheel. All right, so we're on the Warpstone Staff again. I got 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. On par, here we go. Now we've got 4 attacks from the Red Ogres. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. And that is -1 rend, 2 damage.
Save.
Okay. Now I have D6 Rust Wheel Spikes. 4. You have done a total of 5 damage, so that means I hit on 4s with these.
It's 2 hits.
Okay. And wound on 3s.
Here goes.
No rends.
Takes a wound.
All right.
It's down to 1. All right, I'm going to activate the Bull Centaur right here. Black is his axe, and white is his hooves. So we miss with all the hooves, and he takes 1 wound with a -1 rend.
-1? Need a 5, brother. Okay. How many is that? Just 1 damage?
Just 1 damage.
All right, he's down 6 with 6 left.
All right, you activate. Looks like your clan rats.
Yeah, looks like clan ratting it up. It's actually my Skaven Warlord. I'm so used to saying Warlord in a different manner, so I keep stumbling with it, but he literally is my Warlord. So we've got 3 attacks with his Warpforged Blade, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. All hit. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 -2 rend.
Onwards, please. That one's cocked. I got one long war.
Oh my gosh. The armor
Oh,
infinity.
he takes how many wounds?
All right, so hold on 1 second. So I'm going to resolve this right here. So it's a wound. I need to make a save. Okay, I do save, so I stay there. So now you take D3. You take 2.
Okay, I'm down to 1 wound.
All right, now we're going to do the Hellblade, or the Warblade, excuse me. I've got 3 attacks, wounding on, or hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Wounding on 3s again, reroll 1s. That is 1 minus 1 rend.
So 5 is a save.
That is a 5.
I suck at rolling.
All right,
the
so
camera.
Now we've got 5 attacks coming from my barbed blades. So we've got wounding on, or hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s, excuse me.
It's good.
So that is 3 total wounds. Just regular save with 1 damage.
Take a wound, I die.
Him. Yes.
Alright, so now it's my Demon Smith. He has 2 attacks. 3s and 4s is what he needs. And he hits once with a long war. And he doesn't wound. Alright, that turn was pretty rough, but I got 1 point, so it's looking pretty good. Let's see what happens next.
All right, Lucas, going into turn 4. Let's see who wins this roll off. A 2's not looking good.
5 is looking great.
Back-to-back Chaos Dwarves turn again.
Alright, so I have 1 Psyker left. He's going to try to Mystic Bolt his Storm Vermin Warlord guy, this thing.
Vermin Lord.
And I roll a 5 and a cock. So it's a 9.
9. I am going to try to block it, so I need to roll a 10. Okay.
And it'll be D3. 1.
Woo! 1 mortal wound. Try to stop it on a 6.
Alright, we're shooting the mortar now. We're going to try to shoot the bell over there. Hits on a 3.
He hits!
Wounds. So that's
what's the
D6 minus 2.
Minus 2, so saving on a 6.
And let's see how many mortal wounds I give you. 2.
All right.
Or not mortal wounds, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Alright, now we're activating the Iron Demon. So you see how many shots we get with him. We get 7. That's not bad.
No.
So 4s and 4s. Two wounds, minus 1 rend.
All right, so 4s, followed by long wars. Take 2 more. Oh, he's getting hurt.
Down to 2.
He's getting hurt.
My bad, I forgot that the Iron Demon, because he's within 6 rerolls, fails to hits. So we got 2 more hits there. 4s to wound. And there's 1 more wound.
Good to go.
And he saved
it with a 5.
Alright, we're going to shoot the magma cannon at him now.
Liquid hot magma.
Here goes for the magma cannon. Oh, it misses again! None of my war machines hit anything. Alright, we're going to activate my Demon Smith in the combat phase, and he gets 2 attacks. 2 long wars is good, and then we need to follow up with 4s, and I have 1. And that's minus 1 rend, 2 damage.
All right, I got to make a single 4 up.
Long ward it.
So Vermin Lord is up, got his 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. Reroll 1, so that is 3 minus 1 rend, 3 damage each.
On the demon engine, right?
Yep.
He
Takes 6.
6, so he's dead.
Oh, that is down. Now it's Punchy Dagger. Because I've taken my 10 wounds, I hit on 4s with these 4 attacks. Reroll 1s. Okay. Now I wound on 3s. Reroll 1s. So that is 1 wound, minus 1 rend, 2 damage.
He takes 2 wounds.
Vermin Lord is hanging tough. All right, so we got some activations over here, right?
All right, so we'll activate the Bull Centaur. All right, here goes for the Bull Centaur's glaive thing. So he hits with all of them and roll a wound. He wounds 2 times minus 1 rend.
Minus 1. All right. Takes 2 more damage. We're at 4.
Here goes for his 2 hooves. 1 hit. Nothing.
All right, I'm going to come right back in hot with you. So I've got 3 attacks from the warp stave, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Hey, it wounds. -1 rend.
He saves.
Okay. So I've got 4 attacks from the rat claws, the ogre. So hit with 2, wound on 3s, 2 wounds at -1 rend.
He's dead.
Right. Whew.
The Chaos Dwarves didn't kill much. Let's hope it gets better next turn.
Okay, wow. Fighting through back-to-back chaos turns has been rough, but the big guys are hanging tough with all their buffs and everything else. So I am going to try to lock up his backfield. We'll see what all can be done. Okay, so we are coming off with +1 to hit still. My command ability is going off now. I am going to, with some psychics, I'm going to crack call. We're right at the 18-inch line. I'm looking for a 6 or more. No! That saves him. Ooh, I might try to see, do I give myself +1 save or try to get out of this right now with an arcane bolt? Let me think. Arcane bolt it is. Goes off. Try to stop
8.
it. Oh,
Did.
a 10. So everybody at home, I feel so okay with this because he would have stopped at 10. Can you stop psychic abilities if they're not done to you? Okay, so he would have stopped that special ability no matter what. So think about that, veterans, when you're playing and you're like, oh, I should have done this. If I would have done this, it would be different. No, you wouldn't have, because that roll would have stopped anything you wanted. All right, we're going to try to do some charge distances. My warlord is going to come in and try to make this 8-inch charge against that magma cannon. Oh, halfway there, halfway there.
Oh, you made it. There you go.
An 8-inch. Okay, so what to do? We're actually, I don't want any chance that I die here, so we're going to activate here first. That means I'm coming in hot with 4 attacks from the glaive, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 3s. That is 4, -1 rend, 3 damage each.
Woof.
Gotta save him.
Odds up. So I take 9, he's dead.
9, just barely. No, not him. I'm sorry. That was coming over here.
Oh.
Yeah, you had to make all 9.
He's totally dead. Yeah, totally dead.
But no, not. I wish my warlord could do some damage like that. So now it is your turn to activate the cannon.
Yes, it has 3 attacks, 5s and 5s. One wound.
Ooh, minus. No, it's just regular. Okay. I have 1 wound left, and now warlord is up. So we'll go ahead and do my 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 3s. That is -2 to rend, D3 damage each.
I'll go through.
Okay, so D3 each.
6
9.
wounds.
You're right, 6. Sorry about that. So then we will go with the next set of damage. Again, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 3 -1s.
It has 1 wound left.
And my last set of attacks.
Oh, it's already dead. It's only got 6 wounds.
Got it. Lucas, that was the end of turn 4, and the Skaven came in hot that turn. The last 2 have been real rough, I know it. But this is going into 5. Let's see if who the swing goes to. That is triple back-to-back turns for the Chaos Dwarfs. So, brother, turn 5 is you.
All right. The game is not gonna, we're done. The Chaos Dwarves are, but they're gonna fire their last shot because they need to get a moral victory against the spell. So we're gonna aim in real good right there. We're checking our distances, and we're gonna fire.
Impossible not to hit.
It hits it.
Yes.
Now we're gonna see if we wound the bell. Oh, that is a wound on the bell. It's minus 2 rend.
All right, I need a long war.
No long war. So let's see how many wounds it gets.
D6, right?
D6. 2 is all I needed.
It's literally what he
victory.
needed. The bell goes down in the top of the 5th.
All right, and Juice does not need to take his turn. He won. Good job.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, head on over to longwar.net. Become a veteran of the Long War today so you can get all the exclusive content that we put out, but more importantly, the exclusive battle breakdown, Beats Lab breakdown that we do after every battle report. Hear all the cool Age of Sigmar talk. Thanks, everybody.
If you like these battle reports, check out thelongwar.net. Become a member of the Hall of Veterans today for the fastest growing library of war game related video content, modeling, painting, and playing, not to mention all the sick discounts we receive from some of our sponsors. TheLongwar.net is committed to bringing hobby back, and we can't do it without you.